So hello everyone, this is AetherNightmare and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. So continuing on with MSQ, I do believe. There might also be some side quests that I might get to in the meantime, but I think I left off with MSQ. So we can head straight on to that. Right, this is new. Clan Centurio. I might want to check that out. I keep seeing it. Can I select the right dude, please? Thank you. Oh, so you've met Yellowsay, have you? Well, if she says you're ready for level 3 marks, it ain't worth arguing. Just make sure you're well prepared before you go after one of those beasts. They're more dangerous than anything you've hunted so far. The rewards are bigger too, provided you make it back in one piece. Any road, go and have a gander at the clan hunt board. So long as you understand the risks, I'll let you pick any level 3 mark that takes your fancy. Okay, I think... Where is the board? I did remember where the board is. Outside? The clan hunt board is covered in bills showing details of wanted monsters. If you're sure you're up for the challenge, try taking on one of the level 3 marks. I think this just unlocks them in general. You're now permitted to take bills for level 3 clan marks from the clan hunt board, probably because we're level 60 now. Yeah, there we go. Now there's something else. These ones are blue, so they're a tad more important. Elite and dangerous. Ardelane has some good news from the master of Clan Centurio. Is it Mont Blanc? Well met. I've got some good news for you. We've had word from Sir Louis state that the master of Clan Centurio... Oh. Ludaste? I don't know how to say that. French. Seems he's been keeping half an eye on your progress, and he reckons you're just about ready to spread your wings as a fully fledged elite mark hunter. Sir Ludaste was born into a noble family, but he left all that behind to head out hunting, tracking down the fiercest foes and destroying them for the good of the realm. Folk call him the original hunter scholar. Being recognized by a feller like that ain't nothing to be smiled at. Nothing to be sniffed at, excuse me. Don't be letting it get to your head, though. These elite marks on a whole under level to aught you've hunted before, and charging in willy-nilly is a sure way to meet your maker. We give them ranks based on how deadly they are, just like the grand companies do. You'll find the bills for these elite marks up on the clan hunt board alongside the others. You're free to take whichever bill you choose, but make sure you know what you're doing before you head out hunting. Every one of these beasts is a nightmare incarnate. Yeah, well, so am I. Clan Hunt board covered in bills shows details of wanted monsters. A fully fledged member of Clan Centurio Elite Mark bills are now yours for the taking. I wonder if those are ones that require, like, a whole party to take down. Elite Clan Hunt's now accessible. You're now permitted to take bills for elite clan marks from the clan hunt board. Defeat rank S, rank A, and some rank B elite marks and you'll be rewarded with Centurio seals. These seals can be exchanged for exclusive items. Like... Depends on the item for me to care. Yeah, because there's some fates like that in A Realm Reborn that I did that take multiple people to do. I'm glad that you and yours are safe. Ah, you are returned. Sir Emmerich, I'm pleased to see that your recovery proceeds apace. May I introduce you Stola, a fellow scion of the 7th Dawn and Archon of Charlian? My lord, pray excuse me for forgetting due pleasantries, but we seek your counsel regarding the etheric ram. Though we now possess the knowledge to build such a device, we yet lack an appropriate source of energy with which to power it. We believe, however, that Ishgard may possess the solution to our problem. You need not apologize, my lady. Full eager am I to learn of your progress. Please tell me of this energy source that you believe we possess. Maybe it's the eyes? And you're certain that the eye can lend its power to Master Matoya's etheric converter? At Estinian's command, yes. Very well, I shall speak with him. My thanks, Sir Emmerich. Nay, my friend, 'tis I who should thank you, as should every Ishgardian. You labor in our name, with nary a care for your own safety. Let us next speak with Cid. He'll doubtless be eager to begin work on the etheric realm. I shall personally reply your proposal to Estinian. If that is which you ask is possible, you may be assured of his cooperation. Many thanks again. God, I need new glasses really bad. I've noticed it too. I'm having trouble seeing people's faces if they're across, like, the living room, for example. Which is kind of a sign that, my eyesight needs an upgrade. But I can't do it until next year. Lately I feel like my vision starts going in chunks. Like I'm stable for a really long time and then it just like, shoo! All of a sudden, over the course of a few days, it like gets way worse. And then it stays there. What do you think? Looks like a different ship, doesn't she? A bit of a steep deprivation won't kill me, I suppose, but if it does, well then I'll have all the sleep I want and the joke will be on breaks. I guess if all else fails, I can always increase the text box sizes too. Most folk know Master Garland as a genius inventor. It's only when you come to work for him that you realize he's a goddamn tyrant taskmaster. Just, don't tell him I said that, alright? He actually makes me work at my job. Not like the world will end if we fail. Ah, you're back. The preliminary work on the Enterprise is more or less finished. Tell me you found a way to build the etheric realm. Greetings, Cid. It's been a while. This tome contains the fruits of my former master's research on a device known as the Etheric Converger. Our RAM should operate on the selfsame principle. Oh, where are my manners? Put a toy like this in my hand and I'll go off to my own world. Gods, it's good to see you, and bearing a gift besides. A very distracting one, if I might add. And if I didn't know any better, I think it was my name day. Yeah, how you doing? Should be first question. I'm glad you're alive and not, like, gutted by the old ons. But there'll be time for tearful reunions later. I'll make a start on the tome right away. So long as I have a grasp of the fundamentals, I should be able to knock something together, which leaves the small matter of the energy source. We believe we found a solution to that problem as well. Are you just stained that color now? Pray forgive us our lateness. Estinian, wash the armor. The power of the eye is not to be drawn upon lightly, but I believe we have sufficient cause to do so. So this is the fabled eye. By the 12 it seethes. 'Tis a wonder such power can be contained, much less controlled. Boys, our friends have kindly provided all the ingredients. Let's see if we can make something out of them. You heard the chief. We're not resting till the etheric ram is operational. Not 1 week of sleep. But that causes mistakes. Oh, heckin' cart chokeabout. Alright, hour of departure. Given the danger of the task that lies before us, I think it only right that we take a moment to bid our friends and allies farewell. Alas, Cid requires my assistance with Master Matoya rather singular writings. May I try to entrust the task of visiting those who will remain behind to you. Before we depart for Azizlad, it is only meet that we bid farewell to those... Yeah, something. Wait, was that different? Yeah, it is. I should be obliged if you want to attend this while I assist Cid. Most folk know Master Garland as a genius inventor. It's only when... Yeah, as the taskmaster, just saying again. So the hour is nigh. Would it be that I could join you in the coming battle, but with my wounds, I fear I would only be a burden to you. In consorting with the Asians and availing himself of primal powers, my father made himself an enemy of all that is good and right in the world. Do whatever it is to end this madness. May the Fury watch over you. As your wings to bear us to the final battle, I must admit there is poetry to it. I know not of the Archbishop and his knights save that which you have told me, but if they truly possess the power of primals and the secrets of Azaz's law, they are dangerous foes indeed. We must prepare. We must spare no preparation. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of new stuff that popped up. Like, what's this up here? Suddenly, quests. Okay, this is Astrologian. We can ignore that. That means Dark Knight is probably this one. A Dark Spectacle, yeah. What's your sign in a Dark Spectacle? That's Astrologian and Dark Knight, respectively. Moogles in the Sky. There's something there. I feel that could potentially be like new mail, though? Okay, there's stuff up here. At the Foundation. Hey there, DJT. We're doing more MSQ. This is it then. Go on, my friend. I shall pray for the Fury for your preservation. Mayhap you think it strange that a daughter of Garlemald should pray. I do not blame you. I used to think it passing strange myself. But that changed when I discovered something dearer to me than mine own life. Thereafter praying seemed the most natural thing in the world. Prayers are born of heartfelt faith. In manipulating the people's beliefs for his own twisted ends, the Archbishop makes a mockery of the very existence. It cannot be borne. I'm pretty sure I know who she's talking about. Okay, down in here. Tataru! Is your outfit different than it was before? I could have sworn you were wearing something more frilly not too long ago. So you have to face the Archbishop then. Please be careful, and watch over the others, will you? Maybe it's just the colors, and now that I'm seeing you more up close. We've lost too many friends as it is. Some may yet return to us, but I couldn't bear to lose anyone else. I just couldn't. I realize it's asking a lot, but you're the strongest person I know, and I don't think there's anything you can't achieve if you put your mind to it. So please, whichever else happens, keep everyone safe. Okay, one last one. Good luck finding it. Okay, it says below. Maybe it's the new girl that we met. I'm super unfamiliar with navigating Kurthus. Whee! Yeah, Hilda. We won't get up to no mischief while you're gone. Not too much anyway. Keep the city in one piece, you don't worry. Well, if I ain't my old friend Bren off to face the Archbishop and his cronies, is it? I'd love to go and give the bastards a good walloping myself. That snake Cherrybear especially. But I've got to stay here and keep an eye on things. With the Archbishop gone, some of the poor folk may get it in their heads to do something stupid like storming the pillars. But blood won't get us what we want, and I need to be around to remind them of that in case they forget. No need to worry about us anyway. I'll work with Sir Emmerich to preserve the peace. You just concentrate on settling the score with the Archbishop, eh? Okay, that's it there. At Fulton Manor. Okay, we can warp up there. Which I think is where the new Moogle quest is, too. There. Yeah, it is. They're right next to each other. Welcome, Master Nightmare. Shall I show you in? Yes. Master Nightmare, how good of you to pay me a visit. It feels as if it were only yesterday when we first met here in this chamber. You came to us a fugitive seeking asylum, and now you bear the hopes of our nation upon your shoulders. He would not have told you, but when Haurchefant begged me to accept you into our household, he described you as hope incarnate. At the time I assumed that he was waxing lyrical, as is his wont, but I have come to see that he simply spoke the truth. I can't accept that. You are hope, a shining beacon that shall guide the people of Ishgard through the raging snowstorm. Memento, were my son here, he would have wished to fight at your side in a battle to come. Take care, friend, and return to us. I really, really, really cannot accept something like this. Do we actually have it? I don't think we do. No. It feels bad taking that, even though it's technically not an item in my inventory. It's something you should hold on to as his family. I'm someone I only knew for a little while. And I failed to protect him. So being given that hurts. Where am I going? Count Edmond bequeathed you to Lord Haurchefant's shield, a noble gesture. We bear the hopes and dreams of many souls. Let their faith in us be a source of strength and courage as we face the remaining trials. Oh, question, that's it. The first flight of the Excelsior. Work on the Enterprise is nearly complete. Let Y'shtola know to make ready. Sad fact, the Count's VA is dead? The voice actor is dead? For Haurchefant? Or his father?
Until but recently, the Ishgardians have kept their doors firmly shut to outsiders.
Edmund's VA. I'm sorry to hear that. May he rest in peace.
But thanks to you, we have found in them stout allies with whom we may fight to secure the future of the realm. Truly, you are the beacon of hope towards which all men are drawn.
Spare us the hyperbole. 'Tis not for praise that we fight.
Oh? In light of all we have achieved, I felt it only meet to express my gratitude.
You know, you say that of like, oh, you're the light of hope that everyone's drawn to, but it feels like since the end of A Realm Reborn and into Heavensward, I've bought a lot of despair.
All that we have achieved. Spoken like a true outsider. Until the war is over, we have achieved nothing. The coming battle is a chance to excise the root of this conflict, and by my hand it shall be done. Then you may speak of achievement.
Yeah, it kind of feels like we've scratched and clawed our whole way through Heavensward, but we haven't really been able to make a positive dent.
'Twas not mine intent to make light of your struggle. If I have given offense, then I apologize. But if I may speak freely, you would do well to be wary of the Eye. Even now, it burns with insatiable hatred, watching unblinking for a sign of weakness. Should you falter for so much as a moment, it will surely consume you.
Well, of course it watches unblinkingly. We tore it out of its socket.
Save your concern. I will consume the eye ere I let it consume me.
And take a bath while you're out. You're still covered in blood.
12 be praised. Thou hast not yet set forth. Cross sand and snow have I journeyed, that I might deliver this gift unto thee.
White Auracite. But whence did it come?
To mine amazement, it lay hid amongst Moonbreeder's last effects. 'Twas but blind chance or providence that I did hap to spy it. Let no man claim that my late friend erred for lack of foresight.
I don't know how much I believe that, given what we know that Urianger is probably possessed.
In the place whither thou goest, servants of darkness do lie in wait. Pray, give unto me thy pledge that thou wilt strike them down and avenge our fallen comrade.
We saved Nanamo. I mean, yeah, saved it kind of has to be in air quotes, though, because according to Heavensward, she was going to be safe regardless of what we did. So I don't really feel like I saved her. I know not of the Archbishop and his knights, save for that which you've told me. But if they truly possess the power of primals and the secrets of Azys Law, they are dangerous foes indeed. We must spare no preparation. That which man thinketh a trife in having, he mourneth as a treasure in the loss, the losing. A tired platitude, but one which shall haunt me into my dying day. Urianger says I didn't appreciate her. Enough in life. Do whatever you must to end my father's madness. May the Fury watch over you, my friend. Let us go, Bryn. Azys Law awaits. Rescue Roban. I guess we did rescue Roban, but at the same time, like, everything else feels like one step forward, two steps back.
We've just finished our work on the Enterprise. She's so much improved, I've decided to give her a new name to suit. The Enterprise Excelsior. Or simply the Excelsior if pressed for time. Once again, she'll carry Eorzea's protectors into battle. All aboard!
Like, the MSQ keeps handing me L's, man.
I can do no more than see you off with prayers for your safety and success. Yet know that wheresoever you may go, my son's spirit goes with you. May the Fury grant you strength.
Return to us, all of you.
Again, was Tataru in her own old outfit for that? I could have sworn they upgraded hers.
Enterprise Excelsior. Engage.
Yeah, she's wearing her old outfit. Technically as a post-apocalypse. Seeing as there's been 7 umbral calamities, I think it's the 7th post-apocalypse.
This is it! Get ready!
Also, hi there, Snoopy Bants. Armor's gonna update the further we go into the story. You know, Sid, the last time we just rammed into a barrier in order to get rid of it, it kind of blew up the airship. Final Fantasy III, anyone? I don't have the best feeling about this. You think they'd put it on the hull of the ship instead of the flight mechanism? You know, where it'd be stronger? Has better resistance? You know, where most ships put the ram?
We're through!
Coming up. Very One Ring the Eye is. That's why I said I feel like Nidhogg's soul is still in there. And it makes us technically not dead.
Chief, we've got an Imperial battleship on our tail. And it's bleeding massive. Damn it! The bastards were waiting for us to open the door for them. I'm gonna try to shake them. Hang on to something.
Yeah, too bad they don't have smaller troops we could have mimicked like in 12. Since it's just us.
We're all going to die! Tataru!
Nowhere to hide. What are you yelling for her for? She can't do nothing.
She won't take much more of this.
Someone's got a crush.
The time has come to use Hydalin's gift. Much blood has been spilled in my name. And for what? For a false cause that I created for want of the warmth of companionship. Saint Shiva, pray Svelga. Pray forgive this fool. But even now, I cannot let go of my dream. My dream of a tomorrow in which no child need freeze alone in the snow.
And where the heck are you going? Coming to us, probably. Maybe we should have considered some guns for the ship, knowing what we were facing up against.
Is that Azelle? What does she mean to do?
Yazel, that's how you say that?
Spawn of mine own hopes and dreams.
One final Shiva transformation. I wonder if they can make them bigger or smaller. I think they can, because it happened with Garuda. Maybe she's going more 15 size Shiva. No, still small. I mean, it's bigger, but still small-ish. Compared to the biggest I've seen Shiva in Final Fantasy. It's a valiant effort, but we really need to teach you to aim to the side of it, not direct the front, where it's meant to take hits. Also, you guys have the aim of stormtroopers. What are all these volleys that are going way to the left and right of me?
Farewell, warrior of light, and thank you for showing me the way.
No!
Guessing we can't catch her? What about the dragon you came up here with? Oh, never mind.
This ether. It was a crystal of light.
I think she turned into one too when she shattered, didn't she? Was that ice or was that crystal?
She, too, was one of Hydaelyn's chosen.
Fare you well, my lady.
Maybe now you'll have some regrets for treating her like dirt, Estinian. Anyway, Alabathea's fine, as is law. I can't tell if it's presenting it as a dungeon or as a place. No, there's a crystal up here. Is it a place? Taking on an Imperial battleship by herself. Primal or no, that took some courage. I wasn't afraid, not the least. Pardon? What smell? Oh god, someone spilled something down my trousers. If he peed! Ysael, I cannot believe she's gone. Again, with the L's. We keep taking them. The Echo is a gift and a burden both, as you know only too well. Though we walked opposing paths, Iceheart was a worthy woman. Her deeds will not soon be forgotten. It's the final zone, another set of floating islands. Ah, I thought it was just going to be a dungeon. Ooh, I don't know about you, but I'm glad to be back on solid ground. Even if said ground is floating in the sky. When that Imperial battleship appeared, I honestly thought we were finished. We would have been if had your friend not arrived when she did. 12 grace her mercy. Brief though our time together was, Ysayle was a true friend, a gentle soul who fought for her beliefs. She would have made a fine scion. What is a scion but one who fights for our cause? Our hopes survive thanks to her sacrifice. Let that be enough. Yet I cannot help but wonder, how came she to know of our presence here? From Mace Velgar, I would wager. He would have felt my channeling of the Eye's power. It would seem they were able to make peace with one another in the end. She gave her life because she believed in us. We owe it to her to see our mission through. Well, I didn't come up here expecting to just waltz back out. See that dome-like structure further in? Let's make our way there. Who is being a jerk to Ysayle? Istinian. Because he hates dragons. And she worked with the dragons. Hooray for prejudice. Alright, what in the heck? These big gear rings. Especially with the orange background up here. These remind me, I know I'm going to be like, this reminds me of every other Final Fantasy, and I'm going to be annoying to the last. But in 13.2, there's time travel in 13.2. I don't feel like that's too much of a spoiler because it's a core mechanic, similar to Chrono Trigger. But when you time travel, you follow this like route, you sort of float through it, and there are these big metal rings, just like this, as you go through. They look almost exactly like that. Orb? And this looks like one of the little ones that was in the Bahamut coils. Can I interact with it? No. That thing better not wake up. Yeah, basically he's a dragon racist. Alright, let's attune thyself. Yeah, but not just the rings themselves, but the sky. There's like a cloudiness inside of the between realms when you time travel that is like exactly this hue. I sense an ominous presence. It's an elegant place. Yeah, in 13.2, it's one of the realms of the gods. One of the higher thrones they sit upon. It's their city. Don't know why the heck they need a whole city, but hey. But interwoven between it so that we can traverse time are those like big rings and stuff. Heavy though our hearts may be, we must forge on, in the name of those we have lost. Sid was right. We owe it to Ysayle to see the mission through. It's still active, all of it. The heck do they run their energy source off of? Souls, apparently. Crikey, this place is something like out of my dreams. Technically mine too, if we're counting other Final Fantasy franchises. The Isle Sentinels don't seem to frequent this area. We should be safe here. Let's talk strategy, shall we? Oh, we get flight crystals, do we? Sid looks like a man with a plan. First of all, in the interest of efficiency, I suggest we make this place our base camp. We can coordinate the search of the Archbishop from here. I have no objections, now that we stand upon Az's law. I'm struck by the vastness of the Isle. We must needs methodical if we are to find a quarry. Good. Now, unless I'm mistaken, this used to be an airship landing, and a major one at that. From what I know of Allegan design, there should be a terminal nearby that's linked it to the Isle's operational heart. If we can find such a terminal, we should be able to learn something of the Archbishop's whereabouts. Let's split up and look for it. Souls is their lord of this? Yeah, basically they captured the dragons and the primals and are like, you know what, you're super duper powerful and we hate you, so we're gonna turn you into batteries. Living batteries. You can see it in the Binding Coil of Bahamut dungeons that I did. Which, remember, the dragons that they captured are sentient. We want to make a kingdom that lasts forever and grants immortality, and we're going to use another living sentient species to do it, is the gist. Evil shit, basically. This place is an engineer's playground. If I had the time, I'd be going over it with a bleeding magnifying glass. At this point, people are the bad guys. Yeah, to be fair, this happened like hundreds of years ago, prior to our characters being here. This place is ancient AF. I might have something. 1 second. If YouTube would like to load for me really quick. 1.0. I got something for you. A little YouTube video for 1.0 that I used just to catch me up a little bit. Here you go. It's just a quick refresher course. The Empire borrowed most of its technology from Allegan relics. If we can find the terminal, I reckon we can operate it. Yeah, because I got these ones. This one looks like an egg. This one looks like those big Easter decorations they put out. Alas, I have found naught of use. Oops, damn it. I just opened my taskbar and it flubbed my... Oops. I think I linked to the right video, right? QC. Mute tab. I don't think I did. Ignore that. Did I link the right damn video? I don't think I did. Hold on. Nobody. Click this one. There we go. Dig. What did I link then? I'm afraid to find out. Oh no, I did. I linked the right one. Never mind. They're both correct. They just have different... Weird! When I linked it from the, from one page versus the other, it gave me a different stamp. Okay, they're both the right video. I'm dumb. I'm YouTube dumb. Because I copied it from the thumbnail, and when I did that, it gave a different URL. So apparently the video has 2 URLs depending on how you link it. But it's the same video. Enjoy. Feel free to click. Alas, I found naught of use. I forget some videos do that now. To think that such a massive structure has been floating above our heads for all this millennia, it beggars belief. Right? How do you not see it? If it's that high up, how do we breathe? Does this generate oxygen up here? I dare say this landing could accommodate even a Ragnarok-class vessel. Remarkable. I'm thinking in my head, oh no, did I accidentally send everybody some of my music videos that I listen to while I'm grinding? Oh well. I guess the worst of it would just be you get to understand my music tastes a little bit better, which I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. Wait. Oh, I guess the safe zone doesn't extend very far, do it? A snapper rook. An ominous presence. To whom does it belong? Machines are beyond my ken. I shall leave it to the others to find this terminal. Of more concern to me are the dragons that I sense nearby. Ysael died in front of you, and you're still on about that, huh? Nothing? Damn it. There's just this terminal. But then it doesn't respond to anything I do. Any bright ideas, Wedge? I mean, if they use dragons as batteries, and Estinian's got the eye, maybe we could temporarily sub in Estinian as a battery. Wedge? He was here just a moment ago. Oh, don't tell me he's wandered off. I'm sorry, Bren, but could you help me search for him? Absent-minded as he is, I worry that he strayed beyond the landing area and made friends with the local sentinels. Yes, friends. Not the word I'd quite use. Right, I can't fly. Should be over here. Where are you hiding? They use the primals as the batteries and the dragons to power the primals. True. I mean, it's just a whole big power loop, though, so same idea. Ow. Wedge, are you alright? I'm fine, Chief. I just tripped, that's all. Fool of a Lalafell. What were you thinking, coming here on your own? Death by overwork is one thing. Death by stupidity is quite another. Ain't death by overwork technically also? Whatever. I'm sorry, Chief, but I think I found something. What is this? The wreck of a sentinel? It's no wreck, Chief. She's still operational. That works. I mean, I guess I've seen lamps that do that. You just slap them to turn them on. See? Usually a bit gentler, though. Initiating. Performing diagnostics. Diagnostics complete. To proceed, please agree to the terms and conditions of use. Didn't we just have this moment in Zenless? You don't just agree to the terms and conditions without reading it first, I suppose? Thank you. To register as a user, please state your name. I'm Wedge, and that there is Bren. User registration complete. Welcome to Azizla, Master Wedge, and Master Bren. I am Guidance Node GL1, or is it G Lee? Or GWL? Double O? GL. I don't know. Companion sphere instead of companion cube. I'm sorry, I promise to be more careful from now on. You better, these things could get right nasty. That fool of a Lalafell always making us worry. And he's already gone and named the node. Can you believe it? Greetings, Master Bren. Is there something you wish to know? Yes, but you won't let me ask. This isn't quite what I had in mind, but it might just serve. Wedge, bring the node this way, would you? There's something I'd like to try. Node, I need a status report on the facility. Gilly, you have to do what the chief says. It's like you're not a registered user. But the fact that it still has power, if dragons are used to power the primal and the primal is used to power the core and this place still has power, does that not mean that there's a primal at the core? Yes, that's it. Good girl. Here we are. Not much of note. It appears someone recently reactivated Helix, which is in this area. Because the other ruins that were active were because of Bahamut. Reactivated, you say? By the Archbishop, I'd wager. I dare say he woke the place up when he used the Banu's key. Are there any other people in this facility? If so, where? Let's see. On the flagship, that's the central aisle, I'm seeing positive readings within the Aetherochemical Research Facility and the Fractal Continuum. And what have we here? Intruders detected in the Gamma Quadrant. Defense system engaged. Our Imperial friends, I suppose. I hope they enjoy the defense system. But what of the Archbishop and his cronies? What might offer an indication? How about this? Which area is currently consuming the most energy? Somewhere called Triad Control inside the research facility. What manner of place is that? It is, and I quote, a regional regulation facility for the Warring Triad test subjects. And that is all it says. The rest of the information is only accessible to users with consular privileges. I mislike the sound of that, which leads me to believe that it is indeed the place. I'm inclined to agree with the Istola. Whatever it is the Archbishop seeks, it's like to be there. That settles it then. Let's find a way to cross over to the flagship. 1 + 1 does equal 2. I'm just waiting for the rest of the cast to put that together, like, wait a minute! Hey guys! This might be bad! I think it's a Final Fantasy VI reference. I need to replay 6. It's been such a long time, and I was, like, not really able to focus when I did play through it. I did beat 6, but it's been such a long time, I remember very little about it, and I was going through a lot. Well, the snow turned out to be rather more useful than I expected. I feel like it's going to be one of those Legendia situations where it's like, I don't remember anything about this game, and then I play it, and it's like, I remember this, I remember this, I remember this. People are like, you remember more than you thought you did. They said a lot more rudely than that. A few years back, Wedge decided he wanted a dog, and when we said no, he sulked for a bleeding month. Well, why not? He's an adult, he can do what he wants. Gilly's a good girl, isn't she a good girl? The Warring Triad puts me in mind a tale from my childhood, told of 3 gods locked in perpetual conflict. Yeah, the statues. The floating statues in 6. The gods that turn themselves to stone. And whose balance must never be disrupted unless shit hit the fan. Let's put it that way. The Warring Triad. I somehow doubt they're amenable to negotiation. What in the Fury's name is that thing? Right, Estinian plus technology. Greetings, Master Brand. Is there something you wish to know? Tell me how to reach the flagship. Tell me how to reach the Aerochemical Research Facility. To reach the flagship. Requesting access to the Aetherochemical Research Facility. Access granted. Generating route. Route generated. Commencing guidance to chosen destination. Please be aware that the destined route may take you through restricted sectors, and that the Isle's defense systems may attempt to terminate you. Not the first time. Be kindly reminded that, in accordance with the terms and conditions of use, you and your party assume all risk of damage or injury, including death, that may occur en route to your destination. Oops. Though we know little of the node, we still know far less of the facility at large. Anything new? We are to follow that thing? I shall leave it to you to deal with it. Stinian's like, I don't want to know. Promise me you'll take good care of Gilly. Don't let any harm come to her. First Maggie and now Gilly. Maybe we should have let him have that dog. Yes, you probably should. Should you need to return to Ishgard for supplies, you can use that standard to signal for an Irewing's airship, just as before. When your business below is done, let our man at the airship landing know, and he'll ferry you back up to resume the mission. I guess that hole we pierce stays there. Can the guidance now be trusted? I know not, but we have few other options. Let's see where it leads us. Ren Yustola, Istinian, we 4 shall proceed to the research facility. Sid, the Excelsior is our sole means of escape. Pray remain here and have her ready to depart at a moment's notice. Don't want to fall out of the sky. Understood. We'll see that she's repaired and ready to fly. If anything happens, just let me know via link, Pearl. Also, where'd the other dragon go? Ysel came in here on a dragon. Be on your guard, my friends. The enemy could be anywhere. Did it just leave? Oh gosh, there's regular quests be popping up. I'm gonna ignore those for now because they're not blue, therefore they do not give flying crystals. Do I? Do not detect any nearby currents. Okay, so these might be entirely quest-based. They are. He left. Okay. He really do be an apathetic dragon. Like I said, I'll probably start working on those once I can fly. Question, you get to come back to this place, right? It stays in the game forever? I'm not missing these quests permanently. Hey! Final Fantasy XIII enemies. Is there a lot of 13 stuff up here? I can come back. Okay. What in the Grand Pulse War Machines? We have scarce begun and already it leans to a dead end. May have to notice further instructions for us. If I'm not mistaken, this is some manner of teleportation device. You are currently within the Alpha Quadrant. First, you must use the nearby matter conduit to travel to the Beta Quadrant. Please wait a moment while I activate it. Yeah, it's a teleporter. Going one side, we're gonna pop out the other, I bet. Nothing new. Conduit activated. You may travel to the Beta Quadrant at your leisure. Although the coloring of a lot of stuff here does give me a bit Xenoblade vibes. Alright, everybody reassembled in one piece? The Elegans are a combo of Tech and Final Fantasy, and the Empire is the rest. Wonder how it'll fare in future Final Fantasies then. The matter conduit appears to operate on the same principle as the Aetherites. How remarkable that it should still function after all this time. That node is not what it seems. From amidst the metal, I sense the gaze of a living being. Have care around it. A living being, you say? Something's watching us. Can the primal that's being held maybe see us? Are you certain that it's wise to trust this orb with our lives? I mean, we don't really have a choice. According to my records, this conduit was last serviced approximately 5,014 years, 6 months, 11 days, 7 hours, and 13 minutes ago. 5,000. Okay, I was a few hundred years off, a few thousand years off, when I said it was a long-ass time ago. It was a long-ass time ago. That it should function without mayhap may be described as a miracle. Resuming guidance to the Aetherochemical Research Facility, please follow me. The sector, the Beta Quadrant, is home to laboratories which produce chimerical life forms for both military and household applications. Household, you say? Our facility has been awarded 3-star certifications for compliance with ASO 3001. The good behavior of the creatures born here is guaranteed. Please be warned, however, that millennia of neglect may have had an adverse effect on their disposition. For your own safety, please refrain from approaching the creatures. So it's kind of like the magical creatures, oh, what's the... He stole us. Charlian. The Charlian creatures. But a little different. Okay, green egg. Can go that way. Wonder if they both loop. Lamia. Has been here since like Final Fantasy I. But it's more fishish. She's got a mermaid tail instead of a snake tail. Literal chimera. Elegant specific, though similar in design to ones I've fought in a dungeon. Also, I'm super high levels, hence I can just sneak past these. Warrior has been sufficiently overleveled. Can I go around here? Okay, so it does sort of wrap. Maybe. Wrap around. Reptoid. What sort of being are you? Shark-ish? Mixed with dragon-ish? Sort of has a similar body build to the Mega Weapon. Don't really recognize these. They look similar with how they move, but their faces are unique. Okay, that just looks straight up Xenoblade. Don't mind me, I'm just studying enemy design. Doesn't seem to be many ways to travel around here. Looks like it might be a long flight in the future. The Elgins did not respect life. Brilliant as they were, I cannot bring myself to respect them. Yeah, me neither. The orb is beginning to try my patience. The area teems with chimerical creatures. Be on your guard. Unable to activate matter conduit. Energy shortage detected. Identifying cause. Cause identified. Unauthorized siphoning of energy by chimerical creatures. Locations: the recombination labs and the biomass incubation complex. Time is short. Let us split up and eliminate the culprits. Ren, pray dispatch the creatures at the recombination labs. The rest we shall sweep in the incubation complex. Take care and return hither when you're done. Okay, now where am I going? Back the way I hence came! That looks Ochu-ish. Corpse flower. Heck of a name. I forget what they're called. Rafflesias? There's some sort of jungle flower that is in real life. And it's sort of occasionally dubbed the corpse flower because it just really stinks. It's a predatory flower, so animals get stuck inside of it and then it digests them, but as a result it smells atrocious. Okay, can I get up there from here? I don't know if I can. Maybe. Is there stairs within the glowing chamber? Okay, seem to be in the right-ish place. And I have to walk everywhere. Ooh, a big one came out. Hopefully I have decent stats this time. Decent stats, better armor. Defeat chimerical creatures, 1 of 3. Okay, so they're gonna be waves coming out. Yeah, everything about this place is so alien. But even if Earth had, like, slight altercations in the past, just imagine how different our technology would look. Compare it to how it is today, even if it serves similar functions. Aesthetically, stuff might not look anything like it currently is. You enjoyed the piano on this track. It has sort of an 80s vibe for some of the synth you can hear in the background. Wonder if they did that on purpose, both to convey a sense of foreboding, but also as a way to say, still the past. A technological past, but still the past. Back then, synth was like the hip new thing, and it kind of got overused, but now in movies for technology, especially dystopias, is often used to say, like, hey, some degree of old tech is here. That's everything here. Let's see if we can head back. Let's also maybe open this. Yeah, there we go. Now we can see. You can see clearly now, the fog is gone. Yeah, cyberpunk. The thing about cyberpunk is it's almost never, like, a good future. Hence, the past is more the chains of humanity itself. The old ways of people. Come on. Come on. Let me cheese it. Yeah! It's not, oh, a happy, functional society where everything is better and technology makes our lives better. No, it's all new tech and all old problems. Possibly exacerbated to 1,000. Machines are to not be trusted, least of all those that can think. Alphino has come far. Master Louis would be proud, and now he's a machine racist too. While facing the chimerical creatures, I had a moment of inspiration. I feel I have attained a better affinity with the arcane entities. Energy restored to the conduit. Please wait a moment while I activate it. What is with the spiky orb? Maybe that's where they're keeping the primal. It's sort of like a Moon of Dalamud, but smaller. Conduit activated. You may travel to the Gamma Quadrant at your leisure. Hey, just a thought, my Warrior of Light, maybe don't stare directly at it when it goes off like a flashbang. We literally had a party member go blind from something similar. Also, Sid, you couldn't just fly us over here? Maybe they wanted to sneak, I don't know. So the Garlands managed to land. Repairs on their vessel appear to be well underway. Doubt that they would leave anytime soon, however. Nay, they would remain here long after they have stripped the Isle of all its secrets. Whether or not they mean to linger, their presence here and now is an unwelcome complication. Indeed, let us avoid confrontations unless absolutely needful. Maybe we should put a towel over the glowing orb while we sneak then. Close counters of the sixth kind. Warning, intruders detected in force on the quadrant. It's recommended that you avoid confrontation where possible. Be kindly reminded that in accordance with the terms and conditions of use, you and your party assume all risks of damages or injury, including death, that you may sustain in the course of guidance. Please follow me to the next matter conduit, at least to the Delta Quadrant, where the facility's greatest achievement is located. Thank you, tour guide node. Yeah, there's their ship. I've still seen bigger in other Final Fantasies. So I think the one in the lake is probably actually bigger than just seeing this thing somewhat up close. I don't know. I feel like actually scaling it made the other one feel bigger. So where am I on the map? There's gonna be a lot of quests in here, but I have no idea what a node would want of me. With the same class of ship in the lore. Alright then. Just saying, seems smaller. The 6th Legion has been the favorite of the Emperor Varus. It's the iron fist with which he crushes uprisings. These soldiers bear the sigil of the 6th Legion. Ordinarily deployed within Ilzabard, they are certainly a long way from home. Wait, something is afoot. I'm pretty sure any Garlean that's here is a long way from home, dear. It's like Whalmer in Pokemon. They had to shrink it to fit, but you're supposed to, in your imagination, assume it's the same size.
Our objective lies at the heart of the isle. The 3rd will remain to guard the ship, while the 2nd patrols the perimeter and eliminates any threats. The 1st will come with me to secure the research facility. Let no man doubt the import of our mission. The Allagans found a means to capture icons alive, and their knowledge lies hid upon this isle.
Interesting that you call them icons instead of primals.
If we can but acquire it, we would be able to prevent the beings from returning to plague us, thus ending the cycle of rebirth.
Are they even on your continent? I thought they were on Eorzea only.
I need not remind you that success will raise our legion high in the Emperor's regard. Yet, by the same token, his radiance does not tolerate failure. That is all. All troops, prepare for deployment.
I think we're actually kind of close to Garlemald. I thought it was across the sea.
So that is their purpose.
To think that the knowledge used to bind no less a being than Bahamut sleeps here.
Imprisoning a primal in such a manner would represent an effective means to halt the cycle of summoning, were it not for the grave and obvious risks.
Yeah, it's gonna drain all that aether.
Indeed. We need but refer to past experience, that of Bahamut's calamitous return, to see why this is not the solution we seek.
Also pissing it off to no end. That too. I mean, I can't blame him, but... I know it's in the north.
Held in duress, a primal will continue to nurse its hatred for mankind. And when it inevitably breaks free, its rage will be beyond quelling.
We could cause the 8th Umbral Calamity.
Whatever folly the Garleans mean to commit, they can wait. We must remain focused on our task.
Yes, of course. It would not be polite to keep the Archbishop waiting.
Shortest astral era ever. Okay, hang on. There we go. We're currently somewhere over here. I thought Garlemald was like more over here-ish. Is it more over here? Because I know we're on this continent. This continent's Eorzea. There's a whole other continent over here that I know is like in the future. Also maybe more left and right with Dawntrail, I've been told. I could have sworn something up here was Garlemald, which made me think it was either this tower. I thought it was more either here or here, but maybe it's here? I'm not sure. Northeast on the map. It's the center. It's this big pillar. This is Garlemald. Guessing in the mists, which is daintily obscured so that we might not spoil ourselves. Okay, we're going somehow over here. Is there a way? Can't go around. Maybe if I take one of these nodes? I don't know if I can get up there, though. That only goes down. Maybe I have to go south and around. The north tip of the continent, though. I mean, there's still a whole ass ocean, though. It's like saying, oh, California is the closest state to Hawaii. Yeah, but it's not close in any proximity to Hawaii. Hawaii is all the way out on the ocean. Like, a really long ways away. should be the right path. Are we still... We're going towards a is that their ship? No, that's Allegan Tech. Allegan ship, maybe? Tentacles? What is that? Because the ball's over there. I thought we were maybe going towards the ball. Maybe we still are. I think we've been discovered, Gamma Node. That you have survived to this point in defiance is a possibility, but appears the danger is not yet passed. Warning, intruders approaching. Please eliminate them if you wish to proceed. Actually, shouldn't you be helping me get away, Orb? Crystals, but they look more gray. Maybe it's just my distance. Distance or my monitor. Even between my two monitors, there's quite a bit of color variation. Alright, duty calls. Let's go beep boop.
That would explain my men's silence. We meet again. And this time, we will not be interrupted. Come! Show me your power, champions of Eorzea!
Is this the smartest move, sir? I wish to duel you like a noble, he says. Come, Icon Slayer, impress me.
I shall make it quick.
Hey, leave the healers alone. Surely you can do better than that. Okay, I recognize the X. I don't know how close I can get before it hits me though. Alphino and Eustola, you're standing like right in the path of it. And then those things go off. There they go. Guess I could have come up over here. Let's aid you, Lord Van Hydrus. Huh, not but toy soldiers to knock down. Oh, great. I'm used to it being a dungeon. Leave rank and file to us. I'm a tank, it's my job. Damn it. Being bad tank.
So it comes to this.
Obsidian Carbuncle, come. He does have a black one. Oh wait, I'm standing in the fire. I'm an idiot. That's not just effects, dumbass. Pay attention. I'm looking at all my other team members. Okay, this obviously go right here. Or not. Would you like to come out of the fire? Maybe I should get rid of these tanks. These don't explode if I touch them, do they? Oh, I gotta get these out. Okay. Hopefully that's good enough. Any other tanks? Get out of my square. Why do you insist on standing in the gasoline, sir? Let me target. Tank! There's so many. What are these eventually gonna blow? Do I trigger it by running in front of it? No. I don't want to target the obsidian carbuncle. I want to. Thank you. Dude. I feel like in an actual party, other people would deal with those.
I had heard the tales of your strength, warrior of light. And now that I have experienced it firsthand, Van Baelsar's defeat seems less inexplicable. You are a formidable foe, and I have thoroughly enjoyed our time together. Alas, all good things must come to an end. Allagan's secrets await, and there is no profit to be had in remaining here.
You can just admit you feel defeated. It's like, alright, maybe a one-on-one duel wasn't the best of ideas. I'll let my men handle it. Or is someone else coming and you're afraid you'll get in trouble?
Keep them occupied.
Yeah, I'm not used to the fire being blue. That's another reason I kept standing in it like an idiot. Like, oh, wait. Cerulean burns blue.
Coward.
It would seem we have no choice.
You must continue on. We will hold them here.
Take the eye. It should still hold enough energy to be of use to you.
You don't think I'll get corrupted by it?
I shall join you as soon as I am able.
Enough talk. Make haste and stop the Archbishop.
Hey Orb, I need those permissions ASAP. But wait, without me, they don't have Orb permissions. They have to go back and get Wedge. Unless these remain activated. Come on, we gotta go. Orb, you staying here? So you're not wrong from the vid. The reason why the people hate and use the dragons is because of that one time the one dragon summoned their children to be demolished by the Black Knight army. It's a little unclear still. The way Jesse Cox went into the video, he did so in a way that avoids spoilers. So at the moment, if you're caught up on the video, then you know about as much as me. Because some of it still remains a mystery. A lot about the Allagan Empire is going to be a mystery that reveals itself over the course of the game, of which I have not completed. And I also hope you have a good day as well. Thanks for stopping by. Welcome to the Delta Quadrant, where methods are developed for mastering dragons. To this day, the sector is home to live specimens brought over the southern continent of Marasidia. Truly a testament to the greatness of the Allegan Empire. I regret to inform you that the matter conduit leading to the flagship is no longer functioning. According to my records, it was destroyed by a dragon, which broke free of its restraints when they failed, approximately 2,369 years ago, 1 month, 24 days, 7 hours, and 4 minutes. Please find an alternate route to the Aetherochemical Research Facility. The Allegan Research Council apologizes for any inconvenience caused. Sorry for the inconvenience. Doomsday happened. Oh, I forgot about you, Gramps. So, thy journey hath led thee to this accursed place. Canst thou hear it, mortal? The ceaseless keening of my kindred, steeped in 5,000 years of suffering. Need a drink, sorry. Long before the Ishgardians and their base betrayal, there lived still more wicked men whose ambitions knew no bounds. Fearful of our might and covetous of our power, they devised a means to enslave dragonkind. Their vile misdeeds did not set in motion a train of events whose repercussions are felt to this day. Beyond, thou wilt find one of my first brood. Hark thou unto her words, partake thou of her pain. Think thou upon the suffering of the conflict between our kinds has begot. Okay, so one of the firstborn. Does that mean potentially Mama Dragon or Sister Dragon? I forget if he's firstborn or not. Okay, this way maybe? Trying to figure out how to get places. So that looks like it's... Yeah, I can't fly yet, so I can't go that way. I need up somehow. Firstborn are all Midgard's children. Okay. Sorry, trying to keep up with lineage over the pace of several months is difficult at times. So when you're not able to play every day, sometimes your brain is like, okay, and what was the relationship between these two? Oh, it's the sad dragon music again. Up here, but how? Canned cheese? Whoa. There's your face. Yeah, you're still alive. You're breathing. Sorry for the full frame chocobo, but... How do I... Great Worm is being held in some manner of restraint. Who cometh to this forsaken place and disturbeth my solitude? You make it seem like you want to be up here. Tiamat, my child. Are you still mother of monsters? Father, can it truly be you? None other. My form is such that I may journey with Heidelin's chosen. So do you, like, forgive me for that, Midgard Sommer? A mortal who desireth to end the war between man and dragon. Millennia have passed since I was brought low by the men of Alleg. To think that war rageth still between our kinds. Wait, is this the only dragon who gets it? Hearken to my tale, child of man. I am Tiamat, of Midgar Sormer's first brood. In a time before time, my father did come to this star, bearing 7 eggs. I know, too, that when they refer to star, they mean the planet.
From these eggs did my children hatch. And once they were full grown, they took wing and spread across all the lands of Hydaelyn.
That means you're technically an alien. Together with my brood brother Bahamut, I journeyed south to Mericidia, and together we brought forth innumerable children into the world. We abided in peace, and all was well, until the men of Alleg came, some 5,000 years since. They slaughtered my children in droves, and took from me my beloved Bahamut. Okay, so you're Bahamut's wife. Okay, so did Alleg come from another continent? Maybe it means their technology grew, or maybe we're aliens too. Don't know. Wouldn't be the first time in a Final Fantasy. Hello, 7. "'Twas then, when I had fallen into the depths of despair, that black-robed man came unto me, the Ascians. They offered to resurrect Bahamut through their dark arts, and I, in my grief, accepted, a decision which I shall regret unto my dying breath. For what they brought back was a mockery of my beloved. Worse, the Ascians gifted his murderers the means to entrap him. Know this, child of man. The beings thy call gods are but specters of thy mind's creation, given form at great cost to Hydaelyn." Yeah, I figured that one out already, dear. But thanks for actually telling me. "Many such beings yet slumber across the land, brought to heel by the self-same empire that bound me. They must not be released into the world. If thou wouldst end the conflict, vanquish thee the Ascians, and deliver the weak of will from the bonds of their dark influence." "It has been 5,000 years, my child. Wilt thou not forgive thyself?" Says man who won't forgive anyone else. Elegans are native to this country. They just had a big empire. This country? But this planet. "The release of death is denied me here. Yet I desire not freedom. Nay, father, I shall live with my regret until the world itself hath ceased to be." Such is my punishment for consorting with darkness, for calling forth a loathsome and lamentable creature which blackened my beloved's memory. But you don't need to. We're not Ishgardians. Well, I'm not Ishgardian. You're allowed self-forgiveness here. My culture don't do the whole eternal suffering thing. It's okay. Alright, did I get my full powers back?
Warrior of light, beloved daughter, the light abideth within thy heart again. Full valiantly didst thou overcome thy many trials. But glory not in thy success.
I wouldn't really call it success.
Darkness are ever close at hand.
Every time one of these unlocks, I feel like something bad happens.
My blessing once more. And go forth to shine thy light on all creation.
Thou hast broken down the wall I built around thee, and partaken of thy mistress's blessing once more.
Yeah, why did you do that exactly?
Strong art thou, mortal, stronger than any other of thy kind.
To prove I could?
Having looked upon thy deeds, I am convinced thou art worthy to bear her light.
I mean, she probably wouldn't have given it to me if I wasn't.
Me to thee, but 'twould seem our fates were mingled from the first. Though I will not fight thy battles, I will yet lend thee my wings.
Is that you or one of your kids? Nope, it's him.
We go to cast out the darkness.
Midgar's armor evolved. Makes you wonder why the test then. Yeah, exactly. That's more my point. I didn't convey it very well, but it's like, why test me if she was given to me by the goddess herself anyways? If she really is the goddess you respect, then aren't you testing God rather than testing me? You can now ride Midgar's armor. Is this a fun way of saying Aether Current attunement is complete? Anyway, achievement, frequent flyer. How come you come equipped with packs? You bring your own snacks or what, man? Anyway, oh, we're at the end. Heavensward. The guidance note has been awaiting your arrival at the flagship with customary patience. Those are funny statues? What? What statues? You mean these? Up here on the flagship? These look like things that generate electricity or channel it. Welcome to the flagship, Master Bren. You're almost at your destination. Oh wait, up there! Up there! Warning, intruders detected in the vicinity. Please eliminate them if you wish to proceed. Hang on. Three gods frozen in stone. Give me a minute. Hey, more Final Fantasy XIII enemies. A juggernaut. Should we give it comical music while we're up here? Okay, that's newer. Obviously it has some similarities. Okay, one face, two face. Because in 13 there were also 3 overseer gods as well. They are relegated more to the backstory of Final Fantasy XIII and didn't really get expanded upon as much because one of each main gods was supposed to be represented in the individual versus games, not versus, oh god, there was like a term for it. They were gonna mesh 13 versus 13 and Agito 13 together. The Crystal Journeys or whatever. I know that's not what it's called, but I'm just going to substitute. And each god was eventually residing over each dimension within 13 in the overarching lore. It wouldn't really matter as much in the individual character level, but you can really look into like the Versus 13 footage, potentially soon Kingdom Hearts 4, and really see the same mythology and lore. So there's one woman-like, beast devil-like, and human man-like. I mean, just studying. And not all of them have faces down here, I don't think, or do they? Is this an upside down face? I can't tell if these are like horns. Upside down. Like a dragon face, maybe. But yeah, 6 had similar lore, but 13, a lot of people go through 13 not knowing that it had additional lore. But it does also have very similar lore. Beep boop, warning, intruders approaching. One of those gods you do get to meet, but not until lightning returns. You do hear them mentioned briefly at the end of 13, but it's, if you haven't been reading the logs, it's so brief that most people don't realize that it's connected. And of course, a lot of that lore got jumbled and lost when Square Enix kind of went bankrupt themselves. And regular Versus 13 had to become regular 15. And then Agito 13 became Type 0, which is literally the way Japan names weaponry, means prototype or prologue, insinuating that there was going to be more Type 0 games, probably named Type 1, Type 2, etc. But because it didn't perform very well, it also died. So, awkward. Old dead game mythology. Area secured. Lifting access restrictions to the Aetherico-Chemical Research Facility. Restriction lifted. You may enter the facility at your leisure. Ending guidance. Unknown energy source detected within the Aetherico-Chemical Research Facility. Please exercise caution. I'm pleased to have been of service to you, Master Bren. Please send my regards to Master Wedge. Deactivating. Oh no, Wedge is gonna be so sad. The Aetherico-Chemical Research Facility now accessible. You fulfilled your duties, so now you have to go back into sleep mode. Okay, I can go in with NPCs. Feels like maybe not the smartest idea, considering it might be a final boss, but I don't know. But hey, a lot of Versus 13's lore is making its way into Kingdom Hearts, so maybe we can have sort of a revival. This is the opening music. Remixed it. There's some from Type 0 in Kingdom Hearts as well. In the Keyblade Master's homeworld, the big clock on the side of the building is the headmaster's office window in Type 0. Ooh, yeah, these things hit harder. surprisingly feel like I'm not doing a whole lot of damage. Look like little weird spiders with the... Oh, what's the fungi that cannibalizes everything? The fungus that possesses them. Takes over their brains and makes them march so it can sprout. Cordyceps? Whoa! Oh, tank stance, right. I'm not with real people, so I keep forgetting. Also, when did we have time to go recruit you people? Interesting, they're not using our usual crew. Also, quick, spoiler as to why maybe I keep messing up. Been working on a few things in the background. That's big. Come on, shut up. Exploded behind me. No, come back. I've been grabbed. There's one left. Whoops. It's so loud. That's what startled me last time. That's because I was scared, or because it was like, ow, my ears. Grab you, grab you, grab you, a bunch of dead ones. Did the 6th Legion put that there as a barricade? Anything else? Any like treasure I'm missing or anything?
I will crush you underfoot.
Oh, thought I was gonna have to fight all these. Never mind. Hydras, how you doing?
In the name of the Emperor. There is nowhere to run.
Paralyzed.
Enough.
Damn it! Get your butt back here.
In the name of the Emperor. In the name of the Emperor. Enough.
Reputation is well deserved. Very well. Let's try something different. Can I even get rid of these? I feel like it's not enough to go by myself. Hey. It's very zippy, isn't he?
Can
day is yours, but we will meet again. You gonna animate? Yep. Does the Dragoon jump? Is there even a... Where did he go? I didn't see any holes in this ceiling. Alright, pre-cultured biomass. Let's see what this has. Not too strong. Actually, really quickly, do I have tank food? Cockatrice meatballs. Yes, I do. Potapo pancakes. Might as well. Oh no. The ball. The Doom ball. It says it's friendly at the moment, but I don't trust it. Probably have to fight it to open the door. Intruders detecting, releasing bioweapons. A lot of bioweapons. A lot of bioweapons. I can't even see the orange on the floor. Too bad we don't have a scholar, then we could put down the field that does the 10% reduction with all this. But no, we have a white mage. Okay, so if it's a trial by strength, I mean you can let us through? I guess so. It's a name for a slime, but it's a super slime. Oh no. We gotta do it again. I've seen some of these in like more Abyss related dungeons. But I guess Elegant was pulling some stuff out of the Dark World. Back in the Crystal Tower. Now, I was originally going to say, oh, this pull doesn't look as bad. And then it summoned more. It's gonna be my new rotation every time I do MSQ runs for leveling. Okay, one of these. These weird face lion things. There is There's a boss in 13 that has similar, like, stone statue faces. What the? Now he's a 12 snake. No actual... Interesting, I guess it's just for the whole arena then. Anti-Naga testing complete. Engaging anti-Machina mode. I know Maga is snakes, that's what it was. Naga, excuse me. Naga. This thing I don't recognize. Damn dyslexia. Always when I'm trying to concentrate. Assessment complete. Result. Outstanding subject. Approved for something. I guess might does make right around here. Like, oh, you're so awesome. You're overtaking us, but your battle prowess is so smooth, we're gonna let you do it anyways. They're all bosses from the coils. I'm just comparing them to other things I've seen in Final Fantasy. For roots. Down, going down. Can't see up. Okay, I don't think I can fight those. I just gotta... There is no mechanics. There is only dance. With you guys in cubes. Ah. 10-2 cubes. Do they play music notes when I stand on them? Alright, then what's in there? Vegna gun? Cool room, the Final Fantasy X-2 room. Yep, these are from Final Fantasy Lightning Returns. Because I swear to God, that game is a mix between Final Fantasy and Valkyrie Profile. It has Valkyrie Profile's battle system. It's OG one before whatever the heck the latest game is supposed to be. We don't acknowledge that one. Maybe later in the game they tied it back into the lore, but it's kind of like its own thing with like the wrong aesthetics, whereas Lightning Returns is literally Valkyrie Profile with different characters. Lore, world building, type of monsters, battle mechanics. And then the new Valkyrie Profile is just weird. Very much needed more time in the oven. kind of breaks a lot of the established lore and rules that we had for the series. Whoop. Any more? Yep. Whoop. Oops. Whoop. Although it's not the first time Square's done that either. With games. Sorry. Doing other things. Headphones fell out. Alright, mapping the realm. Aethochemical Research Center. Oh, it's all goopy. We're in the belly of something. Not belly per se, but entwined with an organism.
The champion of Hydaelyn.
Tell me, why do you despise the primals so?
I don't.
They are the embodiment of mortal will, of mortal desire. Plainly, you desire a foe to despise, and 'tis well that you do, for it is from the vortex of ceaseless conflict that Lord Zodiark shall be reborn.
Through the joining, the world shall become whole again. Then all shall be as once it was, as it should ever have remained.
I don't hate the primals, I hate what you manipulate them to do, which in turn destroys everything and everyone.
Lord Zodiark.
Your meddling ends here and now, warrior of light.
Very curious if the Asians are enthralls of Lord Zodiark, if Zodiark is perhaps himself a primal. Just, you know, more advanced TM. Guess we'll find out. Alright, lots of fireballs. Lots of fireballs.
Darkness shall consume light.
My magic's flow is one. They attached anything? Can I target those? No. They're probably gonna go boom when they touch.
Mortal scum!
This one you actually want to stay close to. Are you gonna come over here? Or are these gonna be two connectors again? Better to be hit by one than two. I had to get away from there. There we go. I am learning mechanics! Okay, you followed faster than I thought you would. You're one of those bosses that has to get equally low before I can kill you, because you're both like at the same spot.
Such strength, it defies all reason.
No, I will not be bested by the likes of them. La Habrea, it is time.
Very well. Let us show these mortals the true power of the Echo. The power to break down the barriers of existence.
Crests are the ones from the crests in Final Fantasy XII, you mean when they're contained and summoned?
And we are become one.
You defeat them as a summon in 12, they turn to a crystal, the crystal shatters, and it has that crest in it. Gross Zodiark is supposed to be considered the last one, he's the big one. Even though technically he's the little baby one. But that's lore for later. Sweet Reaper form, my dude. I'll eventually be able to do that too. Power of darkness surges. Tranquil as ice, vicious as fire. Shadow flare. You worried about that? Yeah, not too bad. Feel the might of our magics combined. I guess they did fuse. I'm guessing maybe stay with the ice? Or get... Nope, yeah, right here with the ice. And then run. I was not fast enough. Center and then out. Please don't make me redo the whole fight from the beginning. Thank you. Center. Okay, they're moving now. Stay with it, maybe? Oh no, there was a safe spot in the middle, but it's like not worth it. Oh, it went backwards! It went freaking backwards! That's what happened. Not even the laws of creation can withstand the tides of chaos. Now we got all kinds of debuffs. Does this move? Oh, it does! Okay, so stand on top of each other and have it all go on the outside. Okay, I'm familiar with this one. Everybody to your own corner. Everybody pile up. It's really like, we're gonna test every mechanic today. I don't recognize this one. Everybody's staying far away. I don't want to get too close either. Okay, now I will. Dragoon's coming, so I'll come too. Dragoon led me astray. What did I say in other patches about trusting Dragoons? Oh wait, shit, this is still here. Ah! Let's not let the cube fully charge. Tethers. I'm not familiar with tethers. Other than if you need to drag something somewhere. No eternal despair. Fire and ice consumes you. Everybody else, see what they do. Center. Yeah, it's whichever one's hit first. Oh, I'm not gonna make it. Ah, shit. Monkey did not see do fast enough. But Monkey C did enough to survive. You either break them by running away or maintain them by staying close. Okay. The music. There we go. One of these days I expect us to be messed with and then suddenly being like, we get the beginning of the theme music and then the floor falls out or something like, no, you're not done. No rewards here, because it's the final dungeon. Final-ish. Half-final. We're at halftime. Welcome back to Individuality. Said to the Vath, I get to say it to you.
The blessing of light I had foreseen. But she has grown so strong in it as to deny us our power.
Let us withdraw, La Habrea. That power remains to us, at least.
Hmm? A white crystal? This thing?
Impossible.
In your damn Pokeball. It even flickers like the capture mechanic. But don't we need a large amount of Aether to destroy it afterwards? Oh, aye, right. It's only holding one of them. So we destroyed one, but the thing is we still have one more Ascian and no more Pokeballs.
You harness the eye's power. A pity you spent it all. What will you do now, hero?
Well, if Bahamut's wife, Tiamat, still has some of that need for repent, I'll take my payment in an eyeball.
So, not even the vaunted warrior of light can unmake an Ascian without relying upon mortal contrivances.
She can have it back when I'm done. Okay. The coffin makes me think we're reviving somebody here. Otherwise...
In the distant past, King Thordan and his knights 12 fought and defeated Nidhogg. Though the victory cost them dear, they were rewarded with a great prize, the Dread Worm's Eyes, both of which have since been held in the Holy Sea's safekeeping. The eye you possess was Nidhogg's left, and long has it served as a source of the Azure Dragoon's might. As for its twin,
we're reviving somebody, but the only known way to do that is as a primal. We gonna make some of these knights into a primal?
it has lain here, joined to the person of Haldreth, the first Azure Dragoon. For though he learned to harness its power, he was ultimately consumed by it. Even in death, his body decays not. A pitiful end for a fabled hero. My Ascian friend, long have you and your kind sown the seeds of chaos by teaching mortals the secrets of summoning.
Found the missing eye. I guess we did. It's so much smaller, though.
But if you assumed that we would meekly serve as your pawns, then you are gravely mistaken.
You would raise a hand against us.
By taking unto my flesh the soul of the legendary King Thordan, I can become a god.
Which one are you, though? We already have Odin, so that ain't it. I think Final Fantasy XIV? Knights of the Round?
A god who knows not cessation, whose being is sustained by a millennium of fervent prayer, and the eye's nigh bottomless reservoir of ether.
Does that mean when he uses his ultimate, I get to go take a sandwich break for how long it takes?
What?
Your contempt for man has proven your undoing, Ascian. For my first act as God King, I do hereby sentence you to die.
I'm used to there being more knights. Which I guess stand in mortal form next to him. Wait, you got sucked in? I mean, I guess that works.
Gods feed upon ether. It matters not
Ah, right.
what form that ether takes.
Turn him into a snack.
Souls are no exception. With this power, I shall put an end to 1,000 years of conflict. Be they sown by Ascian, Dragon, or Primal, wheresoever the seeds of chaos threaten to quicken, I shall excise them with my divine blade and bring order to the world. I have become that which you abhor, warrior of light. If you would take issue with my godhood, I shall answer you with my blade.
I don't disagree with your godhood, I disagree what you do with your godhood. Also, the body is gone. I guess they probably got turned into the sword. The Singularity Reactor is now accessible. Duty Finder has been updated. Oh gosh. I get to do these ones as, oh, wait, maybe I have to exit first. Entrance? No, it says entrance! Hello? Why is it? Oh. I was a level grinding before stream. Now we wait. If all else fails, I could always go in with healer too. How long is the wait usually? 5 minutes? Get to sit and chat? Chat with chat? I wonder if I go in as is, will I get an instant duty queue? Will people vastly dislike me as a healer in the final boss if I fudge it? There you go. Good. Let's see if I get insta-queue. Yeah! Double dungeon. See if I remember these. Swift cast, resurrect. Dome of protection. What's this one? This one's new. Grant self or target primarily the effects of exhaustion, restoring HP when members' HP falls below 50%, or upon effects during expiration. Uses the Aether flow gauge. Which, oops. Which might not even be used here. It might be a level 61 skill. Hey, he changed forms. Why not me? Okay, Knights of the Rounds is a little more apparent now.
Brothers, the time has come to call upon the true power of the Heavensward.
Yeah, because you have that change form too. Yeah, now it's really apparent.
Fight me if you will, warrior of light. I care not. All who stand against me will be destroyed, be they servants of the darkness or the light. By my blessing shall all men be sanctified, and an endless era of peace begin. vice and conflict shall cease to be. You reject my divinity, yet what have you to offer my people in its stead? Bitter truth? Virtuous suffering?
The thing is, human nature always causes some degree of conflict. If not dragons, then eventually other people.
If you believe your cause just, I call upon you to defend it with your life.
Metaphor Refantasio says hello. Gauge charged. Should I lay this down early? It's doing something. Okay. Streams everywhere. I'll heal that in a second. Come on, Zuna. Thank you. Death by lag. Oops. Nobody look at the eye. I don't know if it goes off if I turn. So I'm just gonna play it safe. He seems really dedicated to this spot, so I'm kind of hesitant to lay down another ley line, but... Whee! Just in case. Everybody has. It goes away. It's fine. Aether charge me. It's not charged. Sorry, guys. Oh, shit. No! Okay, I'll for myself. Let's not stand in the... So much I'm trying to remember while paying attention at the same time. Where does it want me? Is something coming? Maybe. on the edge of the field. Nice. I couldn't really see where I was laying it down, so I kind of had to hope. You guys gonna turn back into mortals, or are you like dead? Because you drained all your aether. Oh, you're dead. And since he is technically a primal now, they probably got enthralled. Tempered.
How can this be? A millennium of prayer and the eye's power combined, and still you stand.
I look like the Dark One to him, though.
Who? What are you?
From his perspective, I looked like darkness, though. Heidelin maybe as corrupt as we saw at the end of A Realm Reborn? I know she had some purple going on in there. Purple or red. Why is the sword still here? Character! Taking the hat off, just so it doesn't get in the way of the expressions during cutscenes, so I don't miss anything important.
It is over then. I had hoped that mine would be the hand to end it. But knowing you, there was little chance of that.
Man, stuck forever as a sword. To be fair, it was a corpse to begin with. This is yours, I do believe. Well, technically not yours, but...
It would seem the eye has served you well.
Oh, it's bigger when you pop it out, though. That's awkward.
Its twin. At long last. All that remains is to take them beyond the reach of man and dragon both. With this task accomplished, my toil shall finally be at an end.
I was going to suggest space, but then I remembered they're aliens. How did they get here? Oh no. Estinian, toss one over. Throw it. Thou hast done well to resist mine influence, bathed in my power and blood as thou wert. I told you to wash that shit off. Alas, in thine anticipation of comfort, thou hast lowered thy guard. The keening of my fallen kindred, their smoldering desire for vengeance. Mine eyes have partaken of 1,000 years of pain, a pain which I shall bestow upon thee. Drink deep of my rage, mortal, and become me. Told you this ass was still alive. Throw it! Take the eye! He can handle one and I can handle one. And we lose another friend. Because we don't yet know of a way to turn that back. Again with the L's! I keep taking so many L's in Heavensward. Maybe if you'd shown up sooner, you could have changed his mind. Hopefully that big shot of energy I used to destroy an Ascian maybe weakened him a bit, though. Here's hoping. Chief! Oh.
Over there!
It's voiced. Sorry.
Oi! Haha! God damn it, you always have to cut it so bloody close.
He also killed the leader of a country, likely causing political unrest and religious unrest, because he was also the Pope. But I guess it's not the first time. We could always just pivot the blame. Nobody else was here, and they turned to crystal dust, so...
It would seem she has done it again.
We have full immunity to say something else did it.
Was there ever any doubt? Let us return to Ishgard. Our friends will be eager to learn the battle's outcome, and welcome back their champion.
We don't want to stir more conflict with the dragons. We could just say the Ascians destroyed them or something. I don't know. Maybe they probably don't know what Ascians in it. Sorry, Nidhogg, you might have to take the fall for this one. We've taken enough L's. You didn't see the big dragon come out? To be fair, I think they already knew the Pope was up to shit at this point. So that might lessen the consequences somewhat. We were literally told to go after him. I did what you said. Not being able to capture him alive is not my fault. Yeah, maybe not the best idea. Riding in non-dragon back.
I dare say you are the first soul in Ishgardian history to arrive in our city upon Dragonback. This scene shall be remembered for 1,000 years to come.
If you're allowed to talk about it. Oh, I guess I can take the privacy bar off. Sorry.
As we had feared, the Archbishop summoned the soul of King Thordan into himself, and thence became a primal.
But he and his knights are no more, thanks to the Warrior of Light.
Your struggles are not yet over, mortals.
It sounds like a threat. Maybe rephrase that.
Whom do I have the pleasure?
I am Midgard Sormer. I have journeyed with Hydaelyn's champion and observed her deeds in the conflict between man and dragon. Tell me, children of Thordan, do you desire peace?
My people have committed unspeakable atrocities against dragonkind, even against our own. Would that we could undo these wrongs. But we cannot.
Honestly, I'm not more surprised that there isn't an army rushing up the stairs after seeing the dragon fly in as we speak.
Be that as it may, the future yet presents a chance to begin anew. Our nation has broken free of the shackles of a false faith, and Nidhogg shall lead his kindred against us no more.
about that.
I doubt not that it will require much effort and perseverance. But 'tis my belief that in time, Ishgard will again become a place where man and dragon may abide together in harmony.
I shall remember thy words. Yet be warned, Nidhogg's soul liveth on. His unbridled rage hath claimed for its vessel the one thou callest the Azure Dragoon.
Astinian.
Doubt not but that Nidhogg will call out to his brood ere long, nor that they shall answer him. Steel yourselves, for the true test is yet to come.
Come what may, we will never cease to believe. Upon the souls of they who have sacrificed themselves to pave the way for peace, we will never abandon our cause.
1,000-year war cannot be ended in a day. It may take generations. What thou dost begin, thy children must continue. Entrust unto them thy hopes and dreams, that peace may reign again, and forevermore.
Okay, but that is double-edged to you too. If one human messes up, don't take it out on the rest. We are individuals, not a collective. Alright, credits. We made it. The first ending, anyway. Finally joining the other companies, are you?
Let all here present attest that Sir Emmerich, acting on behalf of the Archbishop, has appended his signature. I do hereby declare that from this day forth, the Holy See of Ishgard shall once more be counted a member of the Eorzean Alliance. Let our nations move forward as one and stand united against the Garlean Empire.
One of these things is not like the other.
For the future of Eorzea.
For the future of Eorzea!
So, all of Ishgard just gonna accept that their Pope is dead? Cause, like, typically not how it goes. Usually causes one heck of a divide. People who still believe in the old ways and those who want nothing to do with it. I didn't notice the flowers in the back.
A noble monument to a noble soul.
Shouldn't we maybe give that back to his family? Rather than just leaving it here.
Lord Orshafon can watch over all of Ishgard.
It has been a long and arduous journey, and we have lost much and more along the way. Yet come what may, we must stay true to our purpose and press on.
That's right, you two. It's high time we got back to rebuilding the Scions.
Looking for old members or get new ones?
Money and lots of it.
I mean, you're not wrong, but this came from where? Which one of us is taking the odd jobs? There we go, credits.
So ends a glorious chapter in their tale. However, tumultuous days yet lie ahead for Ishgard.
It doesn't look as snowy. Maybe it's officially summer.
1,000 years under the yoke of the church, the people take their first tentative steps into the unknown.
Still cold, but maybe not quite as cold.
And though they spy a glimmer of peace upon the horizon, Nidhogg's vengeful shadow yet remains to darken the way. Be that as it may, so long as the young commander of the Temple Knights and his heroic companions are there to guide them, the people may hold fast to hope. The hope that one day true peace will return to Ishgard, and that man and dragon may live in harmony once more. Let the deeds writ herein never be forgot, that they may inspire generations yet unborn to strive ever heavensward.
Ba-dum-tsh. See what you did. There we go, credits. There we go! MSQ of part 1 of Heavensward. Like you said, I think there is a whole part 2 though. Just like a Realm Reborn. But in between, I think that'd be a good time to start working on classes. I've already gotten started.
Children of the land, do you hear? Echoes of truths that once rang clear.
And as a result, I might get Machinists, Astrologan, and Dark Knight up to level 60 in their own videos. But I think since I can go back to back, I might do all the old classes in like one video, since they don't take as long. How was it? I feel like we still have a lot of loose ends, just like before. Gotta go get a Stinian. This one was a lot more somber compared to A Realm Reborn, especially because of the cold setting keeping us mostly in Kurthus, but because of the whole religious oppression thing and this miscommunication with the dragons leading to all the problems, it had a much more somber tone. Much more sad all the way through. We lost so many people. I feel like a pawn. I still feel like a pawn. I've got my crystal powers back, and they are apparently stronger, but what is that compared to the whims of mortals? Like I said, it's technically the halfway point, so we shall give full opinions on Heavensward once we have full experience of Heavensward. So next up, of course, like I said, I'll do job quests individually first for the 3, and then I might do a stream that is the ladder job quest for all the other classes that I originally did. The battle ones anyways. Just because those are ready to go. Those are all level 60. I could have changed into any class for that fight, pretty much. It's just that the last 2 are going to take a little bit. Although not as much because, you know, tank and healer. Q priority. I do know a few things about Estinian, though, that are spoilers, but I have to keep them to myself, just because trailers have revealed. And what about Urianger? We never really tied up anything with him. He's still totally mysteriously possessed, and nobody's noticed yet. Yeah, Ysail's gone, Harshafon's gone. Who's next? You do like Heavensward, but I think you like it less than the general opinion, even though it's an improvement on A Realm Reborn. I think mechanically it has a lot of improvements, but at the same time it has a much slower pace for its exploration and stuff. I feel like because you're not taking on as much, because it's not a whole new set of things to learn, it's like a smaller scope in general, if that makes sense, for how people feel on it. When you came into A Realm Reborn, there was like so much you had to learn how to do. Whereas since this is in the confines of like 10 levels, it's mostly mechanics that we're familiar with, aside from a few new moves. It feels more familiar. So maybe not as grand as when you first started. But that was to be expected. That's like people complaining about Dawn Trail after Endwalker. I know Endwalker is like huge in story and scope for said story. So naturally there's no way Dawn Trail would have been able to follow up after that. It has to have a lull period in a story. So I'm assuming this is like the lull period between A Realm Reborn and the next patch. Stormblood? When I say slower its pacing, it's that your biggest issue with it is both the story and gameplay. To me it felt slower paced though. I felt like because the scope of it was smaller, it felt slower paced. I think too because you were confined mostly to emptier areas, whereas before it was like a whole bunch of city-states, and this one is like mostly just Kurthus, the the Moogle ruins, and the Dragon ruins. So as a result, it felt smaller than what it was. I feel like I got through it way faster too. I can always look at my Twitch playlists later as well. Not so much for grinding, but for overall story stuff. See how it fared for time that it took. Because I feel like it took way less. Even with all my additional grinding in the back. And I still never unlocked the damn leave system. But to you anyway, the story is very start and stop. It kind of is. It's not necessarily a bad thing. But it doesn't feel as open-ended either. It feels like, hey, I know before on A Realm Reborn we're on a linear path, but I never knew where that linear path was going to go, whereas here it's like very, go here, go here, go here, come home. The only place for you to go is going to be these designated routes as opposed to, like, exploring the wider continent of Eorzea, which, as a result, felt like, oh, it could fling me in any direction. of any of these city-states and how their involvement will be, whereas this one was really, like, mostly just Kurthus. A little bit of Ul'dah. It felt abrasive here. I guess I didn't feel it as much. Maybe because I'm newer, though, too. I've only had the one run-through of it. Whereas to me, A Realm Reborn, when I first did my first playthrough of it, like I said, I only got up to the first final boss. To me, that originally felt more abrasive than Heavensward. So it wasn't until I played through it again on my new character, aka this character, that it didn't feel so. So maybe it's related to my experience with the game and my familiarity with it. Since it's still a first playthrough, maybe I don't notice it as much. As opposed to if I came through on an ult and really examined it, I might be like, oh yeah. I can see a lot more of the flaws, clearly. But as someone who really only plays it maybe like once or twice a week, aside from grinding, it might be harder for me to notice. This is why I think streaming and stuff gives a unique perspective on playing games too. It's not just the time it takes people to finish it, but like the frequency at which they play it can drastically impact how they feel. The book was more interesting in theory than he is in execution. You mean like becoming a primal? I wonder if Shiva can do it. That was probably like our heads up that, you say El Shiva. That was probably our heads up that somebody else was eventually going to do the same thing. Like, hey, we're going to have this finale and we're going to wave hints at you, at your face at the very beginning of the game and see if you can figure out what they are. But like it said, it was being powered by a primal at the center of the new structure that we're in, Azizla. But I don't know if Knights of the Round was that primal. We fought a primal. I don't know if that was the primal that was at the center there. So Azizla might still have a primal up there. Maybe we come back to that. It kind of ticked the box in my head at first, like, okay, there's a primal, there's the thing I said I was going to encounter, but then it's like, no wait, he's a new primal. Literally a new primal. So what's keeping the continent up there? He's just kind of the typical JRPG Pope. Yeah, I'm so used to that, though. I guess it's a trope that's so common to me, I hardly think of it as a trope. It's been there since my JRPG beginnings. Also, I forget, but was there a way to make it... Ah, yes, thank you. Make it go faster. It's like I heard other expansions eventually pick up the pace, so like I said, I don't mind lulls in stories, downtime in stories. It's more where they do it, where and when they do it, as opposed to them happening at all. I feel like some people get offended that there's ever a low point in a story, or just time for characters to just chill and experience other things, the proverbial beach episode. It's more when a story decides to execute it that I am okay with it. Which makes me think I'd probably be fine with Dawn Trail more than other people, from what I've heard. Just because Endwalker is supposed to be like this huge big finale of sorts, and it's like, Dawn Trail is the proverbial beach episode. Like, we're done. We did the big thing. We're allowed to have the beach episode. It's not in the middle of conflict, I don't think. We're allowed to have downtime while the developers think up, like, great. We blew all our guns on the one patch. What do we do in the future? How do we surpass ourselves? You'd say they all improve until Shadowbringers and its consistent quality. I guess I'll have to find out. I guess I just see people go so hard against Dawn Trial, like comparing it to Endwalker, and it's like, Endwalker is almost viewed in terms of story pacing as like a climax, though. A story climax. And obviously you can't just like maintain that. You gotta eventually come back down. It doesn't have to be like bad quality, but you do have to come down. You can eventually go back up again, but you do have to come down. Roller coaster has to stop at some point, boys. Even me, like, so many people hate Final Fantasy X-2, for example. I love Final Fantasy X-2. I think it realistically expands upon the characters, given the situations that the characters were more demure and sheltered in the first game. I think it's a realistic portrayal of what happens after you upend an entire social order. People play X-2 and it's like, oh, but that's not all fixed. And it's like, yeah, it's not gonna be. Never is. This is exactly how people behave when an order gets upended. Trust me, going through it IRL. It's messy. And it tied up some stuff with the final boss of the first game, too. Like, how all that works. Gotta be vague about all this, because spoilers, but... But I like the more upbeat pace. If Final Fantasy X, for example, represents depression and the feeling of, like, hopelessness, then Final Fantasy X-2 represents the feeling of recovery. Like, you're still recovering from the depression, there's still lingering parts of it, but recovering from depression doesn't have to be all pain all the time. If anything, recovering from it entails having fun. And learning to move forward. Hence why it's so damn silly, and I love it. That game inspired a lot of my own silliness and recovery from that era of depression for me. Hence why my sense of humor tends to match. And of course, here we are again.
So Lahabrea and Igayon have fallen. Bested by mortals in their attempt to initiate the Eighth Rejoining. That they should be so complacent.
I'm assuming he means the Astral Era?
And now it falls to me to deal with the consequences. Without intervention, the balance between light and darkness will begin to shift, placing our mission in jeopardy.
Also, where the heck are we? You look like you're on a moon. Do we have atmosphere here? Does your soul body need to breathe?
The champion has grown too strong. Her might encroaches upon the realm of gods. Equilibrium must needs be restored. The time has come for you and yours to join the fray. Warrior of Darkness.
Are you the character from the trailer? Like, originally, they always have this character, this face, in the trailers, exemplifying them as, like, a warrior of light. But they use the same face in the supposed Warrior of Darkness, which I know are a thing because Final Fantasy III. It's just the world parallel to ours. Yeah, we are on the moon! Hi, Final Fantasy IV, how you doing? Kingdom's on the inside. Endwalker says hello.
Remind me, why is there no rest for the righteous?
There's no rest for the wicked either.
Master Garland.
Every time I get to an ending, there's like some weird bell or alarm or something. Or is this the new raid? Remember the bubble. Bubble is bursting. You're like vaguely Alexander shaped. It's a cannon.
Of all the things they could have picked to play with, that's not a toy, you bloody fools, it's a primal!
Oh, it is Alexander. I was right. Also not the biggest form I've seen it in. Nine's is the size of a castle. Spires of deception crumble to dust to lay bare truths long concealed. Beyond simmering shadow lieth shimmering light. I mean, Kingdom Hearts is both light and darkness. If the Eorzean Alliance can be restored to its former glory, then so can the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Let's find our lost friends and begin anew. After long years of estrangement, Ishgard rejoins her sister nations in the Alliance. Words cannot express my joy. None of this would have been possible without you, my friend. Change is coming to Eorzea, though it will inevitably bring with it a measure of upheaval. With hard work, peace and prosperity are sure to follow. And yet, even as we look forward to the coming of a new age, we must needs be wary of old threats. The Lord of Garlemald have not relinquished their claim upon Eorzea, and we shall be forced to contend with them again ere long. And then there is the matter of our comrade Estinian, claimed body and soul by Nidhogg. If there is a way to rescue him, we must find it. Suffice it to say, the path ahead holds no shortage of challenges, but together we shall overcome them. And there we go! An uncertain future is the next step, but considering we've just reached an ending, and it might be a good idea for me to get my, actual new moves, I might do that next in a future stream. So that I don't totally bork it. So I think we made significant progress. And of course I'm running out of time, so I have to start dinner soon. family wanted me to bake some stuff as well. Let's go to the inn and go to sweep. Remember the bubble, yes. You can buy new tombstone armor at the other city. Wait, what other city? You mean Charlian? Also where? Because if that's the case, I might like to get that first. Pretty please. Because I have so many tombstones. Charlian. Okay, I'll do that first. Okay. Assuming here. Ildshire. Alright. Goblin Trader, Walking Atlas, Tinker. Boisterous Brute. Let's see. Which of these? Materia Master, Trader, Shops, Wondrous Tales. All kinds of traders. That one kind of seems out of the way, so maybe. Oh wait, is it a baby? It's a baby Gobbo. That's alright. See if we can figure out who's who. Collectible Appraiser, Script Exchange, are you it? I'd like to peruse my wares, need to speak to Glamonia first. How's rules? It's in the building, okay. All kinds of new stuff here too. Oh, eventually. What's with the pig head? Welcome to the Hard Place, owned and operated by the illustrious Adkiraga? Welcome. Whether you've come to partake in the finest fare the realm has to offer or merely take the opulent ambience, you've clearly chosen the perfect destination. Other building. Your bemused expression does not escape me. Whatever he is wearing on his head, your mind boggles, and with good reason, for my entrepreneurial genius exists on a plane beyond the comprehension of lesser minds. I ask you, what is more important to a businessman than attracting the eye of his potential customers? I have attracted your eye, have I not? Consider yourself enlightened. Okay, Dr. Ratio. Okay. Oh, this building? Didn't even know this was a building. Tombstone Exchange, there we go. And Primal Gear Exchange. Actually, I want to look at that really quick. Primal Gear 1? Items required. What is that? Expanse Totem. Level 240. Who do I go for first? Probably should do my warrior. I just got complimented on these. Let's see. Weapons. You have weapons now? What is my current? 145. Warrior. Magic. Item level 270? Maybe these are the... Why would you have one that's... Maybe just for the aesthetics of it? Sorry for the underwear. I don't see why we couldn't, if you require me to be 60 regardless. 240, 270, and of course special arms for the future. Yeah, because why wouldn't I go with the 270 version? I like the look of the other one better. But whatever clocks my enemy's skull in the hardest, you know? Advanced melding forbidden. Well, I finally have a reason for these. Let's see. Gladiator, Marauder. Should probably do body first. Custodian's armor. And pants. I need pants. Oh, my thing's full, that's right. No, I gotta move stuff around again. And just like that, I'm out of monies. And space. Alright, armory chest. Do not need that, I don't think. Because I have this. Yeah. Get rid of that. I was originally using that. Disciple of Magic, Disciple of Horror. Get rid of those. Ants. I'll get rid of the rest of those once I'm done leveling up my other classes. It's just I can't exactly go through dungeons naked now, can I? Technically I could wear these instead of these, but they look awful. What is this one? Okay, I can get rid of that maybe since it's 55. By the time it's of use, I'll already have better stuff because of the tombstones. Okay, new look. New look, new you. It's the back. This thing's huge. There you go. Probably should do one last little thing before I sign out. Mindervania. So I can get more damn tombstones. This hopefully shouldn't take too long. I won't do the light questing. I'll stick only to what is needed. This is not the way out. Oh, I can't see shit! Let me out! I'm like a fly stuck in a room with closed windows. Let me out. Since I'm pretty sure I finished these. No, not for the Vath. I can only do Vanu Vanu. I almost got there with the Vath. Never mind, I gotta go to Alabathia's spine instead. Vath will be later. I could do one, but I don't remember how much time I have. Because I don't know. I'm cutting it close as is. There's also a new Raid, Alliance Raid, and Trial series. Are they as story important as Bahamut was? The Binding Coils. Linu's lovely bones. Friend, many from Oxandu have come to share in Ranu Valley and Inu Vanu's wisdom. Like trees and grove, our roots become more intertwined each passing day. Ranu shares the secrets of Gundu botany, and Inu spends long hours exchanging advice with Zuntu cloudfishers. Ninu swells with pride at success at village, but shame still nags at her like single midge buzzing in ear. If she cannot perform Sundrop dance in heat of battle, then she is no more than to village the newborn hatchling. But now is not the time for self-pity. Ranu Valley's friend from Oxandu tells intriguing story around cooking fires. While delivering tribute to Vundu, Ranu's friend notices group mercilessly beating Vanu wearing Gundu colors. Another Gundu approaches this group shouting, "No more violence," but the Vundu mock his pleas and chase him from the village. Ninu Valley has old friend Ginu Vanu who says something ever since nestling days. Friend, we must help him before he faces punishment for his words. Friend does not fear violent Vundu youths. Please, come to Vundu Ak Bendu with Ninu Valley. With friend's help, we bring friend back safely to Ak Zandu Naki. Yeah, I can start getting tombstones again from raids while leveling up my other job classes now too. If I'm going to repeat duties over and over, I might as well get rewarded for it. Oh, is that different? Rendezvous with... Oh, you're all the way over here. Never mind, you're new. Ignore me. Sorry, sir. I seem to have the wrong bird. I saw blue and just sort of went for it. The raid, yes. Trial Series unlocks a future side quest, and Alliance raid has neat lore that could come up in the future, but technically all of them have impact on the story. I might have to do another party finder then. Since I doubt people do those outside of it. I wonder if I'm strong enough to do extremes now by myself from A Realm Reborn. I might try it once I get my headgear and feet. Ninu sees new Vundu patrolling area, but we must act quickly. Like storm during monsoon season, they are never far away. Here, take bones of Sanua. Ninu carves mark on only her and Ginu Vanus that recognize. When Ginu seeks mark, he knows that Ninu comes to rescue him. Place bones throughout Vundu Ak Bandu until in trail leading to hiding spot, and he follows. Ginu Vanus spends many moons under brutal rule of Vundu, and he may fear consequences of being captured. But when Linu Valley tells him Akundu Naki, the promise of a new home gives him courage to come with us. Place bones around Vundu Akbendu and guide Ginu Vanu back to us. Linu Valley keep watch for any Vundu patrols. It might take a bit, but you can queue for a raid. I don't know. When I was doing the Realm Reborn ones, I could literally stay in it all day and never get a hit, so... It might depend on what server you're on. And what other people are up to. Then you have like 10 optional dungeons. When they are the most useful? I'm assuming that's gonna be post-Heavensward stuff. Similar to how we got new optional dungeons in the Duty Finder last time. Basically, where... nope, these are bosses. Basically all these. Place in the bones of what I don't want to know. Because when I get my new character class moves, I might try to do the extremes afterwards of A Realm Reborn. Have I checked thine sticker book? I did a little bit after leveling, but I know it updates, like, weekly. Got some stuff there. A pie and a... grape? No, fish. No grape. Well, reason to go back to Binding Coil of Bahamut, turn 4, see if I can do it by myself with what I have equipped now. But since some of these are extremes, like the Thorn March extreme and the Striking Tree extreme, if I attempt to do those with my new armor set, and if I can do them solo, they'll still count. So maybe... You need to turn it in for it to update? Oh, I'll stick with it as it is now, because I think some of those I might be able to get soon. The bones bide Ginu Vanu to us, and now we wait. Gundu rebels, surrender or else. Ah, as ever. Linu scares easily as nestling lost in dark. When Ginu sees marks on bones, he know friend has come. Sir, I could almost through this. Maybe don't do that. Ginu to meet again brings Linu great joy. He looks healthy as crops after nourishing spring rain. Linu flees along with other Gundu, and the Netherling rescues us from capture. Thanks to their help, Tribe received gift from Gundu, a new island to call home. Ginu Vanu returned to us to Gundu Naki, and shared knowledge of Gindu carpentry to make our modest village grand. Do not fear, Bren guides us safely back. If Ginu says no, he is more foolish than Vanu who plant seeds during drought. No matter how modest village is, it is surely preferable to suffering longer under Vundu abuse. A Vundu patrol, quickly hide before they pluck our feathers and throw us in the sky cages. I mean, I can save you from the sky cages. I don't know about if you get thrown off the island, though. Wait, Linu practices Sundrop dance day and night, and now his time comes to prove herself. But the Vundu look fierce, and Linu cannot hope to strike fear into their hearts without inspiration. Bren, show Linu the dance of your tribe. Rouse Linu's strength with your mighty dance, and she will send the Vundu fleeing quickly. Which one? Because this one's very elegant. The Mandible dance seems more intimidating. Linu feels the warrior spirit within her, coursing through her entire body. Now Bren, witness the awesome power of Linu Vali's dance! Also new relic weapons, which you would recommend starting early, and new Manderville. I was gonna do relic weapon last, but if you recommend starting them early, I'll consider it. Fired up. I don't understand the bird dance thing. Ah, they run like cowardly Korrigans. Bren's dance reawakens Linu Vali's ferocity and brings forth true might of her Sundrop dance. Let's come to the Aksundu and speak with Sanuvanu before patrol returns. Assuming, yeah, lovely bones, we can just warp back. It's faster. You two are right next to each other. He is still very much to do. We'll get to eventually. One day at a time. Chief Sanu, today Linu Vali brings before you the Ginu Vanu, greatest builder of the Gundu tribe and dear friend. Ah, many Vanu tell stories of great Gundu architecture, and today a renowned builder stands before us. Sanu has much interest in hearing Ginu Vanu wisdom. Ah, Sanu apologizes for his interruption. Forgive me, Chief Sanu. Ah, there's no need to apologize. Like the most precious of crystals, Gundu culture possesses many facets. All Zundu have much to look forward to as tribes grow closer. If so, you should go about as you do it the rest of post Heavensward. You mean the relic stuff? We shall see. First and foremost, I'm still gonna get my other classes unlocked and ready. Just to give myself maximum battle potential. Since I'm probably missing a few useful skills. Gundu Naki is alive at the sound of celebration, and Linu Vali finally dances like skies and clear summer day. She is free from worry. Occasion calls for hearty feast. Ninavali eats until stomach can hold no more, and then practices dance until the sun itself smiles in approval. Alas, Akgundu Naki still lacks a clear and strong chief. Brother is yet trapped in Sky Cage, hanging somewhere in the vast cloud sea. Although Brother's whereabouts remain a mystery, Ninavali swears to find him one day. Ren, when that day comes, the Gundu may call upon your aid once more. This place is only so big, man, and they only got so many Sky Cages. You want me to just, like, check them individually? Ginavano has started construction on the Chief's Roost. He's got a small hut. Got a little umbrella. It's increased to friendly. When the Goodings Gundu. Anyway, can we raise it further than that? Yes, we can, but it will take several days. I want to see if Kurthus looks different. It looked so different in the cutscene. It was just the way the sun was lighting it, but... still dark, still snowy, still Kurthus. Still cursed with ice magics. But anyways, for realsies this time, because I do really have to get going now. I'm like really pushing it for time. We have finished part 1 of Heavensward, and we can get started on part 2 next time with jobs and classes and all sorts of fun stuff, since all these are ready to go. Got 66, 60, 60, 60, 60, 60, 60, 62, 62, and even Machinist is almost there. I do have a few other ones. I'll work on those, like I said, in my own time, since I record them about every 10 levels or so, and then I fuse it together, just like I did last time. But progress is being made. So for now, this is where I'm going to call it. Like and subscribe if you want to see more Final Fantasy XIV, and I hope to see you all in future streams. Bye-bye! Soon the mess shall begin.